We were talking with 207's tech guy, Rich Brooks of Flight New Media, about ideas for tonight's segment, and he threw out an interesting one, how you can use technology to improve your gardening. I confess I raised a skeptical eyebrow, but then after I thought about it for a moment, I figured, okay, this is something I want to know more about because it all seems a little odd. Rich is with us here on 207, so let's start with this basic question. How can one use technology to improve one's gardening?
I'm so excited to dig into this conversation right here. So I am at best a beginner gardener. So I turned to one of my go-to tools, which is AI these days. And so I went to ChatGPT and I said, hey, I live in southern Maine. I'm planting a vegetable garden. I'd like a plan for the year, recommendations on what to grow, and a schedule for what I should do when. And seconds later, I had this plan. And what's great about ChatGPT is the chat aspect. So once I got the information, I could start asking it other questions as well. And one of the things was it talked about nightshades, which I knew nothing about. I'm like, what is a nightshade? And it's like, oh, it's like tomatoes and peppers. And it even gave me the nutritional value of each one. And so after a little conversation, I had a plan ready to go for my garden.
All right. So that's a good start, but let's move on. What are some of the other things that are out there that we can use?
Yeah, well, apps, obviously. So there's hundreds, if not thousands of apps in the App Store all about gardening. And one of the categories is for planning and tracking your garden. So I used an app called Planter, which is free for one garden. It's $1 a month for if you want to kind of unlock the pro version. But not only did it help me kind of plan out my 8x4 garden, it also gave me advice on what I should plant next to each other because certain plants are complementary, others are combative. So for Carolina Reapers, which I'm planning on growing, the hottest pepper known to man, it suggested that I plant near onions because the pests that attack Carolina Reapers hate onions, so they'll stay away. Compare that to Brussels sprouts, which that's a bad plant to put near it because they both are heavy feeders, and the bugs and pests that attack Brussels sprouts will then move to the Carolina Reaper. So that was interesting. And then picture this as an app I've loved for years. I think I even talked about it previously. It's a plant ID app. So you snap a picture of your garden and it will tell you whether that plant is a weed or something you planned on planting, whether it's invasive or not, and if it is something you want to keep, whether it's healthy or not, and how to fix it if it's not healthy.
That's a great idea. One of the things that gardeners love to do is talk gardening with other gardeners.
Yeah.
It's a social kind of thing, and it's even better when you can talk to someone who's an ace gardener. Are there ways that we can use technology to connect ourselves with better gardeners who will be our Jedi masters?
Yeah, absolutely. When I want something that Google can't answer or AI can't answer, I usually turn to Reddit. Reddit is like the world's biggest discussion groups. They have discussion groups called subreddits on almost every topic, plenty on gardening. They have a subreddit called Gardens, Gardening, Indoor Gardening, Vegetable Gardening, even one called Savage Gardening, which is dedicated to carnivorous plants. So you can definitely find your tribe there. Now, if Reddit's not your jam, you can also take a look at Facebook, which has hundreds of gardening groups, including many right here in Maine, so you can talk to people dealing with the same issues you're having. And one big shout out, the University of Maine's Cooperative Extension website is like a go-to resource for gardeners throughout the state. Fantastic resource, and that's actually what kind of got me started on this whole journey.
Most everything that we've mentioned has been something in the realm of resources or advice. How about literal physical tools?
Oh yeah, for people who love their gadgets,
what's
right?
What's technology got there?
So there's a lot of tools you can buy, and so you can start with under $10. You can get a soil tester, and that'll talk about that'll give you real-time feedback on the moisture of the soil, so you know if you need to water it some more. You can tie that into a small irrigation system for under $40 that will automate the watering of your plants for optimal growth. And if you want to share a video, a time-lapse video at the end of the season, you can look in, there's a company out there called Brino, and they have cameras that do time-lapse that are waterproof, about $250. You can share that at the end of the year on social media.
All right, the one thing I'm worried about after this conversation is that you're growing the world's hottest pepper. I fear that you're going to spontaneously combust someday out in the garden or in the kitchen and not be able to come back and join us here.
Well, I'll always come back and maybe you and I can try some of those Carolina Reapers online.
To be continued. Rich Brooks from Flight New Media, thank you so much. All of those ideas and links as well are to be found in the 207 section of our New Center Maine app or website. Check them out and stay with us. Back with more in a moment.